Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Port Studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have the Sheriff's Office has officially reached a public safety milestone. A proposed drug treatment clinic was withdrawn. The airport authority's newest board member seeks stability, and the Sheriff's Office conducted a slow speed chase with an emu. We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We have Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, BNS Signs, Sheba Hut Toasted Subs, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, St. Augustine Handy Houses, and Sunny's Barbecue. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, and download our app from the Apple App Store. All right, good morning, everybody.
Hey, happy, what day is it? Thursday.
Thursday.
It's weekend eve.
Surprisingly enough, It's Thursday already. What happened?
Yeah, how did that happen?
How was trivia
This
last
year
week?
is flying by. People are grumpy.
They were grumpy.
It was like a full moon or something. I don't know.
Yeah?
So I had to do my scolding and be mean, and as long as I could prove I was meaner than them, then everything fell into place.
Then we're good?
Yeah. There was one team that was really grumpy, but
Yeah.
that's okay. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah. People are going through hard times.
Well, there was a food mix-up, and then they were
Oh, man.
not forgiving of that.
Oh.
So, even after someone said sorry.
People are people, and they make mistakes.
Yes.
It's okay.
So people were grumpy.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. But everyone else was in a fairly good mood.
I have to host, this is very broad, I have to host a cultural event for my class of high schoolers, because 15 and 16-year-olds love the opera. So I have to find something that we can all go to as a class and experience some sort of culture. And then we have to go to a nice meal or have our own nice meal. And they have to show good table manners. So we have to talk about, it's called protocol. It's where you are learning and practicing social protocol for your life moving forward. And you get to engage with culture. So I'm like scouring everything.
Limelight.
Looking for culture. And I'm looking for, okay, what would be appropriate for the class? What would kind of lean into what we're learning this year so they have something to talk about, and that it actually means something to them. And so I'm going through, all of the St. Augustine events, and I'm just scrolling every single event from now until May in St. Augustine and in Jacksonville. And I happened upon trivia with Troy on the event pages. And I was like, well, that'd be fun.
I don't know if we're very culturally.
I mean, you're culturally adept.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it meets the criteria.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say Limelight is probably a more culturally.
The show that normally it takes place between March and May is normally when this event happens. It's, towards the second half of the semester to the end of it. And the show is more geared for an older audience at Limelight. So I don't know if it's going to work. Alhambra has 1776, and that's a one and done because they serve dinner and it's a show. And it's like, that could work, but that's in May. And so that's a little beyond. It's getting a little late for this event, but it's still within the realm. Our last Monday is at the end of April. So it'd be like, yay, our first Friday off for real. So I don't know. We're looking. If you know anything, any orchestra performances or symphonies or art galleries or anything, let me know.
Yeah, there's always exhibits. First Art Walk.
Yeah. So that's another idea that I had, is that we could have a catered sit down, eat in a restaurant in a private room, whatever. And then we could do art walk, and we could go and we could seek out the different art periods that we've talked about this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're looking.
Yeah, it's always first Friday.
We got a comment that says the Blue Man Group will be in Jack's.
That would be a lot of fun. I don't know that it would fit the criteria.
I was going to say, well, and it's probably not cost effective for the
Yeah.
entire group.
Yeah,
So-
there is there's like a candlelight symphony concert in the public library that I'm looking at.
Okay.
That would
keep
work.
Keep an eye on Waterworks. They
Okay.
have a music series there.
All right, cool.
So
I'll look there too.
you know,
I would rather stay in
the
St. Augustine.
Cultural Council
Yeah.
hosts
Okay.
all those. So
Okay, I'll look at the Cultural Council website. I
Yep.
didn't look at that one. All right. How you guys doing in the booth? Doing good?
I think we're doing great back here. How you doing, Blake?
Yay!
Sound real excited, guys.
he sounds like he's like 6 miles away.
I am.
Do we have a question of the day?
All right. Question of the day. Today is National Hat Day.
No way.
All right. It is National Hat Day. And I just want you guys to tell me what's your favorite hat. Like, I have a lot of hats.
You do have a lot of
I have one favorite hat,
Uh-huh.
which is like a beaver skin hat, which I rarely wear.
Okay.
It's on the picture that I have out there
Yeah.
with me holding the
bottle.
The bottle.
Okay.
That's my favorite hat.
All right.
All right. But what is your favorite hat?
All right. My favorite hat I also rarely wear because it's big. It's like a big sun hat. And I got from the, off the 5th when it was at the outlet mall. So it's like more bougie than my regular thing that I would buy. And it just happened to walk in and it was completely on clearance. And so it was the same price as like a Walmart straw hat. And so it's my big sun hat that I try and take with me if I'm going to be somewhere sunny. So I have flown in that hat because I didn't want it to get crushed in the suitcase, which is obnoxious. But I just wanted to have it when I was in Mexico. I love that hat. It fits perfect and it lays just the way you want it to because you get those big wide brim hats and then they just flop.
Yeah.
So it has a nice like brim that stands out and I like it.
Yeah, I have some when I travel, I usually travel with either this hat or because it's very easy, I can wear it on the plane and I don't have to, or I can just stuff it somewhere. Or I have an Outback hat that's collapsible that reopens. Did I ever tell you a story of the hat I bought in Italy? And I thought they were going to ship it back for me.
No.
I spent a lot of money on this hat, more money than I should have on this hat. And it's kind of a funky hat. It's a cool hat, but it's kind of fragile. So I was like, okay, if I can ship it, I'm going to buy it. And they're like, yeah. And I go to pay and they go, oh, we don't ship. No, you just said, and then all of a sudden they didn't speak English again.
Oh, weird.
But I've already paid for it,
Yeah.
No
returns either.
Yeah, I've already paid for it. And then it's like, all right. So I had to wear this hat without messing it up on my flight back from Italy.
Yeah.
So
How did that go?
I didn't mess it up. But,
That's good.
And luckily I don't sleep a lot on a plane anyway.
Yeah.
So even on long flights, I don't sleep a lot.
Yeah.
So, I'm just not that person.
Louis laughs at me because he's like, are you really going to wear that through the airport? It's like, yes. He's like, you're going to be uncomfortable. It's like, I don't care. I'm going to have it when I need it. And that's the problem is I don't go to the beach a ton here because I'm working. I've got 40,000 jobs.
Yeah.
And so if I'm going to the beach, I'm usually on a trip. And so if I'm going to wear it, then I got to travel with it.
Yep. And I buy a hat usually wherever I go to. So I usually have something that I can slam into the suitcase. Like I said, this one or my Outback hat I can collapse, and then I usually buy one there too.
That should be question of the day tomorrow. What do you buy when you travel? Is there like one thing that you look for when you travel?
So,
Boys.
Hayden, do you have a favorite hat?
Favorite hat that I wear, or just favorite hat that I would like to have or have seen
Give us both.
before?
I'm good with either one.
I'll go with both. My favorite hat, if you watch Bollocks last night, I was wearing it. It's a kind of a tan hat with a dark navy blue brim that says Braves Baseball Club across the front. It's
That's a good hat. I saw it.
It's got a patch on the side.
It's
I
got
like
some
that
on the
one.
side too. Yeah.
My favorite hat I've seen is the Indiana Jones hat. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Blake?
Can you pass me the mic again while you mull off the hats?
All right.
All right. So this hat is a Puma golf hat with the Arnold Palmer umbrella on it. This is actually the second edition.
That's
of the
the
hat.
second version of it. Yeah.
Yes, the first version had the Arnold Palmer logo on the side, but unfortunately my mom's dog chewed it up. So this is the second version of the hat with no logo on the side, but still it looks nice. And often I usually get questions saying that is
Thank
that
you,
a
Vanna.
Pittsburgh hat?
Yeah, they ask me, well, you're a Steeler fan, because
Yeah,
a lot of
you're-
times you wear Steeler stuff. Aiden just pushed his hand away.
We can see their reflection in the back glass.
All right.
Yeah. He said the model
No
of
one's
hat,
taking
I'm
that out.
So
back.
favorite
All right, thank you, Aiden.
just- All right, I'll trade you.
copper bottom craft distiller hat. Okay, I like
Okay.
it. So a lot of people have a favorite hat. So
Yes.
all right.
You
One-
gave Spencer his new favorite hat.
One time I was in Buc-ee's, and this was after like a homecoming or something. So I was wearing, I didn't have a jacket, but I was wearing a button down and like dress pants, dress shoes, and all this stuff. And we just stopped there to grab like, waters or whatever. And I saw an area where they were selling cowboy hats. I'm like, all right, pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I go over and I put one on, and there's an employee walking by. As he walks by, he just looks over, he goes, "Not for you," and then just keeps walking. And that ruined any appeal I ever had for a cowboy hat. I can't look at him the same.
Poor guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wow.
I actually just gave my dad his favorite hat back, kind of like Blake's story, except it wasn't a dog that chewed it. It was his best friend commandeered the hat. He offered my parents a place to stay on their way out of town, and my dad left the hat when he was at his house for that, like, spend the night, fly out the next day, brief little stay. And the friend was like, "Oh, I don't remember buying this hat." And so it became his new favorite hat. And my dad was like, "I'm pretty sure that's my hat, and I left it at your house." And he's like, "No, you didn't. I bought this hat." He's like, "When'd you
Your
buy
best
it?"
friend.
I don't know.
These are the kind of best friends you need.
100%. And so I found one, and I bought it for my dad for Christmas.
I have a
So now they
tendency.
both have hats.
I have a tendency if someone compliments my hat and I've been drinking, I'll give the hat to them. And some of my hats are pretty expensive,
Yeah.
so I got to really be cautious.
So this is where I need to use my gifts for good and not evil.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You wear one of my favorite hats that you wear.
You end up with a hat.
Let's go to pin 39. I'm buying.
You end up with a hat.
Right?
So
Keep those hats safe.
my Heisenberg hat, the pork pie, the black one, I've had to buy that 3 times.
You gave it to
I'm giving it away.
and then, oh no.
I still need to. We have a friend whose son complimented my hat, and I gave him my derby. I need to replace my black derby, so I haven't replaced that one yet. That one was fairly recent.
Yeah.
So I think that's the most recent giveaway I've done.
Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
It's going to be windy today, so wear your hat really tight.
Really tight. We need a chin strap for
Yeah.
Troy's hats when he's drinking.
Well, the name of my boat's Hats Off. I've lost a couple.
That's a good name for your boat.
Yeah.
That quick check of the weather brought to you by Ben 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets, Ben 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's a perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after-work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music throughout the week. Open daily 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, "I'll have what Irving's having." Ben 39, your taste to discover. All right. Buckle up, baby. It's the special Aiden edition of the Hit the Blake's Traffic Report.
Going down Aiden's Alley.
Aiden's Alley.
Looks a bit congested going south there, but everything else seems fine.
Wow, that does not look good headed south.
Oh, that is not a fun time.
If you're headed south on I-95, don't.
Go somewhere else or make sure you go
Yeah.
to the potty before you get in the car.
Don't.
You're going to be
Make
there.
sure you
a
got
while.
gas.
We have very different motivation.
Yeah, not that kind of gas. Not her kind of gas. The kind that runs your car.
Old Town Trolley brought that Hit the Blake's Traffic Report. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. Moving into the news, St. Johns County notched this nearly unthinkable public safety milestone in 2025. It's a statistic almost unheard of for a county this size. St. Johns County, home of more than 300,000 residents and one of the fastest growing communities in Florida, recorded 0 criminal homicides in 2025.
0.
Sheriff Robert Hardwick confirmed the milestone, telling the Citizen that under Florida law's definition of homicide, the unlawful killing of another human being, not a single case occurred last year. No homicide occurred in St. Johns County in 2025, Hardwick said. Among more than 100 U.S. counties with populations over 300,000, St. Johns County appears to be the only one to report 0 criminal killings last year, placing it in exceptionally rare territory nationwide. Sheriff Hardwick approached the achievement humbly. Sometimes you whisper accomplishments because you don't want to take them for granted, he said. We're truly blessed. While the milestone could easily serve as a political talking point, Hardwick emphasized that the success is a result of long-term strategy, community cooperation, and consistent investment in public safety, not a single policy or program. He pointed to a combination of community trust, outreach efforts, education, modern technology, and traditional police work as key factors in preventing violent crime. Hardwick also credited county leadership for prioritizing law enforcement funding, supporting training, equipment, and competitive deputy salaries. Technology has played a growing role as well, including real-time intelligence centers and the license plate reader systems that we talked about yesterday along major corridors like Interstate 95. Tools, he says, help deter crime before it happens. Just as important, Hardwick says, is a culture where residents feel comfortable calling law enforcement when they see something wrong, reinforcing a strong relationship between deputies and the community. Still, the sheriff cautioned that one peaceful year doesn't guarantee the next. We had a great year and a lucky one, he said, but we don't take it for granted. Hardwick noted that in the 1990s, the county saw higher rates of domestic violence-related homicide, a reminder that conditions can change quickly. With St. Johns County continuing to grow rapidly, Hardwick says the mission remains simple. We want people to feel safe. We want them to know that they live in one of the safest communities in the country. This is amazing.
All right. Well, we were a little nervous because he
Yeah.
actually announced this
said it here.
last month, and we had like 2 weeks to go. So when he announced it, we did a reel on it, and then we got really nervous. Like, oh, did we just jinx our county? We did not jinx the county.
Yeah.
So it's good to know we're not a jinx. And
Yay.
Congratulations to Sheriff Hardwick. He'll be back on Friday.
Yep.
And
Tomorrow.
we'll give a true congratulations on that one.
Yep.
So.
It's awesome. All right. Proposed West Augustine drug treatment clinic yanked amid community objections. A proposed drug treatment clinic on West King Street in West Augustine will not move forward after strong opposition from neighborhood residents. The drug treatment provider New Season had planned to open an opioid addiction treatment clinic in a commercial building that previously housed a Family Dollar at 840 West King Street. A company representative attended a community meeting Monday night at the Solomon Calhoun Center to present the proposal and answer questions. About 50 residents were in attendance. New Season was preparing to request a minor modification to the West King Street planned unit development, a change that would have allowed a drug treatment facility at the site. The application was scheduled to go before the St. Johns County Planning and Zoning Agency later this week. However, following the meeting and strong resident opposition, the company withdrew its proposal. Community member Latrania Tolbert, whose grandparents live next door to the former Family Dollar building, told the Citizen that a New Season representative agreed to rescind the application and instead seek an alternate location elsewhere. Residents argued that although the site sits along a commercial corridor, the surrounding area is primarily residential, with many children and seniors living nearby. Opponents said the neighborhood would be better served by traditional commercial uses, such as a grocery store, rather than a drug treatment center. Tolbert also noted the area already faces challenges with homelessness and related concerns, saying residents feared the clinic would add further strain. There's already so much harassment coming from the homeless men who congregate behind the building. This would have been gravely stressful, she said. At the same time, residents stressed that they support treatment and recovery services, but prefers such facilities to be located outside their neighborhood. With the proposal now withdrawn, the planning and zoning hearing on the project will no longer move forward, and New Season says it will look for a different site for its clinic. All right, what are your thoughts?
Well, they just need to be in a commercial area.
Yeah.
They don't need to be anywhere near any residential, and that's kind of a mix, residential and commercial.
Yeah.
You know, they probably need to look closer to something along the medical field lines and some of those things. And there's places, I know it's a challenge for something like this. I've been through it several times.
Yeah.
You know, it took us years and years and years
Yeah.
to find the right location. So,
I have a suggestion. I don't know if it's big enough, though.
what's that?
You know that spot that we talked about that's like the doomed building where Naughty Girls used to be, and it's right there in
I don't
US
think
1?
it's big enough.
I
It's a
mean-
really small building.
It's a doomed building that nobody succeeds in.
There's a new business
Let's just
going in.
build it taller.
Let's not call it doomed. There's a new business going in.
My bad.
A new local business going in there.
I avoid US 1, so I didn't know there was another building. My bad.
They're doing renovations on it now. So, but no, that one's a little too small.
All right.
I mean,
It could have been perfect.
they were looking at like 8,000 square feet, and that one's about 800.
Build it taller.
It's gonna be 90 feet tall.
It'll just wave in the wind.
It's all stairs.
It's good. We got this. All right. Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. We've got Sunoco on North Ponce at $2.60. We've got Owens on South Ponce at $2.67. Shell at 146 King Street's at $2.68. Sunoco on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is also $2.68. Shell on North Ponce is $2.70. Gate at Mizell Road is $2.89. Gate at US 1 North is also $2.89, and so is A1A Discount Beverage. And the Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce, still $2.89, and the Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard, still $2.89. That's the magic number today. Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got live music today. Jim Lamb's at Milltop Tavern at noon. John Q is at Milltop Tavern at 12:30. Zaza Flamenca is at Bin 39 at 1 o'clock. Colin Costco is at La Cocina at the cellar upstairs at 1 o'clock. Chase Forraker and Jonathan Lee are there at Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock. Sandy Dotson Kim is at Marina Munch at 2. She Fei is at Marina Munch also at 2. Smoke and Joe Showers at Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 3. Benny Jacobs is at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Trevor Compton is at St. Augustine Shores Golf Club at 5 o'clock. Dewey Vaya is at Pelican Pub at 6. Bad Dog Mama is at Prohibition at 6. Buddy Crump and Christian Powers is at Pierre's Pub at 6 o'clock. Brandon Norek is at Salt Life at 6 o'clock. Johnny Lawrence is at Colonial Oak at 7 o'clock. Joshua Tennessee Worthy's at Colonial Oak at 7. T.R. Zelinsky is at Colonial Oak at 7. Mindy Smith is at Cafe 11, closing out the night at 8 o'clock. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. All right, we've got tapping into the trends with Troy, and we have the end of an era.
End of an era.
End of an era.
It's the end of the world.
Well, hopefully it's not a sign of that.
Okay.
It's ironic you asked the hat question, because that hat that I spoke about is the only thing, is one of two things that I've ever bought at this store. Long loved by the rich and famous, which is why I only have ever bought two things there. Saks
Fifth Avenue.
Saks Global Brands, which is
a part of
over
that, yeah.
Saks Fifth Avenue, has filed for Chapter 11, saying that they never fully recovered from that thing that happened in 2020, and competition from online outlets rose. the very exclusive brands that they sell within their stores began to develop their own online stores and brick and mortar stores, so they didn't need Saks as much. The company has been struggling to pay vendors for over a year. So they had acquired, less than a year ago, they had acquired Bergdorf Goodman and Neiman Marcus, which in my house we call needless markup. They had acquired both of those two stores to try and create a luxury powerhouse. Saks Fifth Avenue brand with Bergdorf Goodman and Neiman Marcus all under one roof. This is going to be amazing, except that it wasn't. And less than a year later, they were filing Chapter 11. They list their assets and liabilities, and this feels weird, from $1 billion to $10 billion. That's quite a range.
That's a big gap.
That's a range. $1 to $10 is a big gap.
A billion's a big number.
$1 billion to $10 billion.
A billion's a big number by itself.
That's a lot, dude.
So they're saying, we don't know what we're worth.
Yeah, we got nothing.
So I'm just letting you know when that happens, it's closer to the lower number.
Closer to the 1 billion?
The lower number. Yeah, their
Okay.
assets. Yeah.
All right. So their largest unsecured creditors are...
it includes liabilities.
Yes, assets and liabilities.
It could be the higher number. Because if it's assets, it's the lower number.
If it's liabilities,
it's usually the higher number.
Maybe it's $1 billion in assets and $10 billion in liabilities.
It could be.
Their largest unsecured creditors are luxury brands like Chanel and Gucci. They also owe money to Meta and Google's Alphabet. So they owe money all over the place. Saks finalized a $1.75 billion package to keep stores open. The guy that headed up the merger, like, hey, if we buy these failing Bergdorf Goodman and Neiman Marcus who were riddled with debt, then we're going to become a powerhouse. That CEO's out. But they've replaced him with
Diana renamed him Neiman Carcass. Like it, Diana. Very nice.
They've replaced the guy who said, let's take on these failing businesses to try and save our business that's struggling.
That didn't work.
That didn't work. They've replaced that guy with the Neiman Marcus CEO. So he was also running a failing business.
Let's replace bad with bad.
Let's fail upwards.
They must be they must be part of the University of Florida football hiring staff.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Shoe fits. Very expensive Saks Avenue shoe.
So yeah,
Fits.
Richard Baker was the architect of the acquisition strategy that saddled Saks Global with unknown amounts of debt. They don't even know. So he's out, and they've replaced him with Jeffrey von Remdonk.
Oh, he sounds expensive.
He does sound expensive.
He sounds like he should be in a Die Hard movie.
100%. No longer.
He's like Die Hard 6.
No longer holding that thing that was acquired that I shouldn't say because it'll kill our algorithm.
Yeah.
So yes, they have Chanel, Cucinelli, Burberry. They have a famous Christmas light show. They're
Burberry's
saying,
in there?
yeah, Burberry's and Saks. Okay. So they have all of these luxury brands that are hallmarks. Like some brands are so exclusive that you.
Well, these
you
brands
need to-
aren't going out. It's just the retail
But they're all
stores.
in there, so they owe them money.
It's going to take a hit.
Saks owes them money. So that's the question, is these luxury fashion houses, how are they going to be negatively impacted? Because they gave product because it's Saks.
Chapter 11 is not necessarily always going out of business. It's
Reorganization,
revamping your debt. So they might get a portion of that money.
Yeah.
So Chanel might get 25% that's owed to them.
Yeah.
But hopefully they're strong enough to take it.
I mean, consider it payback for the side you chose during that thing that happened in the 1940s. So anyway, we've got Saks Fifth Avenue and Chapter 11. They're saying they're not shuttering stores yet. They're looking to see which locations are viable and which locations are no longer viable. So they've got 17,000 employees.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem. And so
hopefully they've given some type of warning to these employees because, I mean, like I
Hopefully.
said, they're not going out of business. They're refinancing their debt, which means they'll be cutting back because staff is the most expensive portion of almost any business that's out there.
yeah.
So there's going to be some layoffs.
Yeah. So people have been signaled that there was a problem because these luxury brands stopped sending them products. And so they weren't restocking as things were running out. The vendors that they had the biggest bills, unpaid bills with, just weren't sending products anymore. And so people have kind of been wondering if something's going on. Well, it is, and they're in Chapter 11. So the future is unclear for Saks Fifth Avenue and Saks Global, and that includes now Neiman Marcus and Bergdorf Goodman. So I guess keep your eye open if you're looking for sales like my big sun hat.
What was that last one? Bergdorf?
Bergdorf Goodman.
Oh, is that John Goodman's brother?
Yes.
Yeah, his brother Bergdorf.
Bergdorf. Poor guy.
Yeah. Be a horrible name.
It's terrible.
Sounds
name.
like a Muppet. Oh, here comes Bergdorf.
At a very expensive Muppet.
Yeah.
That tap into the trends is brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Need a custom or prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Houston Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. All right. Moving into more steady ground.
Gosh. How did this story get by me?
You were busy.
Okay.
St. Augustine Airport Authority's newest board member seeks stability and economic opportunity.
By the way, we got a great story coming up in number 4. Just want to
Hang
make
with
sure.
us.
Just stick around. It's a great story. Let's get through this one.
The vote of confidence. A new face is joining the leadership of St. Augustine Airport as the facility works to move past a turbulent period and refocus on future growth. Governor Ron DeSantis has appointed Northeast Florida attorney and community leader Daniel Bean to the St. Augustine Airport Authority Board. The appointment, sorry, I'm just thinking of Mr. Bean. Nothing could go wrong.
What is Mr. Bean?
The appointment was made December 30th, and Bean begins the role in the start of 2026. So he might be there already. Again, with the hats, Bean wears many hats in the region, serving as CEO of K9 for Warriors, a Jacksonville Port Authority board member, an attorney, and a father. Now he adds airport oversight to that list with a mission to stabilize leadership and position the airport for long-term success. Bean says the St. Augustine Airport holds enormous potential, including one major advantage: runway length. The airport's primary runway stretches over 8,000 feet, comparable to Jacksonville International Airport, giving it the capacity to handle significant aviation operations and future development opportunities. Bean says that combination of available land and runway capability creates room for growth, but only if the right foundation is set now. His appointment comes after a rocky 2-year period for the airport authority. That period included legal investigations, accusations of ethical violations, leadership turnover, and multiple board resignations. 3 previous board members resigned under a deferred prosecution agreement. Another board member, Jennifer Leota, stepped down later, citing concerns over alleged mismanagement and potential conflicts of interest tied to aviation businesses operating at the airport. Leota's resignation added to continued instability, leaving the authority searching for consistent leadership and public confidence. Bean says his short-term focus is straightforward: steady the organization and restore direction. He emphasized that he has no personal aviation business interests at the airport and does not fly or own hangar space, allowing him to approach the role independently. Among his top priorities is supporting Northrop Grumman, the airport's largest private employer and the largest private employer in St. Johns County. Bean says anticipated increases in national defense spending could benefit Northrop Grumman's local operations, and the county should be positioned to support that growth. He also says that addressing the long waiting list for T hangar space will be another key objective, with plans to explore building additional hangars. Another immediate priority hiring a permanent executive director. Bean says meaningful strategic planning cannot move forward without stable leadership at the top, calling the search for a permanent director essential to progress. Bean's term currently runs less than a year. He says he does not plan to seek re-election, instead focusing on helping guide the airport through this transition period. As St. Johns County continues to grow, airport leaders hope this new chapter will bring stability, accountability, and renewed vision for one of the county's most valuable transportation and economic assets. Go off, Troy.
Congratulations. Next story. I've heard so much about the airport authority. And to me, this sounds like, I looked up Mr. Bean. We have 105 mutual friends on Facebook. It looks like somebody who wants to put their toe into politics and try it out and go from there. So,
All right.
a lot of attorneys stick their toe into politics on smaller
Elected
boards,
positions,
smaller elected positions to see if it fits for them. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Good luck. Just don't put us back on the tax rolls.
He's talking a good game. We'll see.
Don't put us back on the tax rolls. Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on, please. Airport authority story.
I saw that and I was like, man, don't know how that one got there.
That one got by me.
Strife on Sesame Street. St. John's deputy collars elusive emu after OJ-style low-speed chase.
Yes. This was
ChatGPT working overtime on that title.
yeah. This one is this one's a little frightening. So beware of this next story
St.
if you
John's
haven't seen it already.
St. John's County deputy found himself in pursuit, unlike any other earlier this month, chasing down a runaway emu along a residential roadway. St. John's County Sheriff's Office responded to reports of a loose emu on
They
January
flocked
6th.
to the scene.
Corporal Thomas Kiesler arrived on County Road 13 and spotted the large bird sprinting down the street. Deputies say Kiesler attempted to approach the emu and give verbal commands.
Yes.
But the feathered suspect...
I can just see he's our underwater sheriff guy too. So he's usually talking to the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, come on. I want to
Do you
hear
think
this.
he walked up like Crocodile Dundee with the dog doing the whoo?
I've known him for decades, so I just want to hear this.
But the feathered suspect ignored instructions. Shocker.
Bird brain.
Kicked with its talons and took off running. Body camera video shows Kiesler giving real-time updates during the chase as he pursued the emu down the roadway. After a short pursuit, Kiesler managed to corner the bird against a fence. Using quick thinking and improvised equipment, he safely restrained the animal, even placing the emu's legs in handcuffs.
Oh, God.
Kiesler later joked that in his 25 years of law enforcement, this was the first time he had ever handcuffed an emu, and noted the cuffs fit surprisingly well.
That's hilarious.
The emu was not injured and was safely reunited with its owner shortly after capture. No charges were filed and prosecuted from evading arrest.
Yeah.
And prosecutors confirmed the case is officially closed. Deputies say the only warning issued was a reminder not to run, kick, or resist should the emu ever encounter law enforcement again. A bizarre but harmless end to a very unusual pursuit in St. Johns County. All right, pig farmer, have you ever handled an emu?
Emu.
Emu?
Yes, I have dealt with them. Some of them have bad attitudes.
They are freaking dinosaurs, dude.
And ostriches are a little even bigger and more angry. Emus usually are a little more domestic. There you go. He handcuffed the.
Because those legs are really actually dangerous.
Yeah.
Because there are claws on there. Yeah. And if you get a soft fleshy spot, then, I mean, that's how they kill things, is they gut them with those claws.
Emus have a little better attitude. Ostriches are bigger, angrier, and I think it was about 20 years ago, they had to tase the ostrich, and they killed the ostrich. Oh, that happened out on the tracks, out near where you live. So, matter of fact, it might have been in the
my
neighborhood, in the neighborhood you lived in before it was
There
built.
is an ostrich at a farm behind my neighborhood.
Well, that one. Well, not that one.
Not that one.
There's another one.
Not anymore.
And I don't know the lifespan of an emu, but they're more calm than ostriches. So they actually aren't terrible pets.
When I was an intern up in New York, I was an intern at an aquarium, and for some reason they had emus.
All right, Tommy's in the comments. He said it was like fighting a velociraptor.
They're freaking dinosaurs.
But just add another 60 pounds to that, Tommy, and think you'd have been in trouble, man.
Yeah, for an ostrich.
You'd have been in trouble. You'd have had to call for backup.
So I had to feed the emu.
And he's an animal lover too. So it was like the perfect, Tommy, you were the perfect guy for this job.
You were the guy.
So
there's a call for an emu, and everyone's like, Tommy's off today. Go get him.
hey, Tommy's near there. That's one of those you hear on the radio, like, I'm going to take my time.
Not rush it. Well, like, I had to feed these emus, and so we would prepare a tray of dandelions, and you'd have to walk in with like a cafeteria tray full of greens for them. And they were not, there was one that was mean, and the other two were pretty chill. But you walk in with a tray, birds don't eat politely.
No,
So you've got a tray, and then you just get rushed by these emus, and they're just pecking at you, and they don't care if they get you, as long as every now and again they get some dandelions.
And I've only been around a handful, and all of mine have been really nice as far as the emus go. And the ostrich that I was around was awful, just awful.
I've never been around an ostrich, so I can't speak to that.
He was scary, and like you didn't get too close to him.
But they have dinosaur feet. They legit have dinosaur feet. Look at that thing. That's
Tommy,
a freaking T-Rex foot.
Tommy's saying, I know.
Spielberg says that's a T-Rex foot. And they have the dinosaur eyes, too.
Yeah.
They'll, like, lock on those raptor eyes.
Can you imagine if, like, somebody comes from a different planet, and that's the first creature they see?
Not messing
It's
with
like,
that.
this is not even, and the second one's like a duck-billed platypus. They're like, what is this world?
This is a hostile planet.
What is this world we're in here?
Weird hostile
Because it
planet.
looks like an alien.
Good job, Tommy.
Yeah.
I would not have wanted to tackle that emu because, not me.
You ever see the movie Up?
Yes.
Okay, the bird.
Yes.
Emus remind me of that bird.
Yeah.
Doug, who ended up not being a Doug. It was a girl.
Yes. Well, I
but-
mean, girls can be dumb too.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You can. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. So we're going to have to add that to the list. Tommy says we don't receive training on emu combat. So,
You did a great job.
Yes,
I mean,
I think you're going to be the instructor now. You're the only one. You're the only one with any experience, Tommy.
thinking on your feet and figuring out how to get that thing so it doesn't claw you to death
And the
and you get it out of the woods.
And the commentary was perfect. We couldn't hear it on our show, but the commentary was perfect.
It's so
you go to the
funny,
sheriff.
dude.
So
It's hilarious.
Great job, man. So.
High five, Tommy. That's a good pull. As someone that's jumped on animals,
I don't know how to
that's a
make
good
an
pull.
emu high five, but
I
there
mean,
you go.
you got to do it kind of, I would say like that.
I got the three. There you go.
Email. You try to live long and prosper
Well, I got it out. This is live long and prosper. You got to get the thumb out there for the extra.
for
emu.
the emu.
Yeah.
Troy, how do you want to check the comments?
On this day of Thor, I will thunder through the thoughts of our terrific tribe.
All right. That Thorish thunder is brought to you by BNS Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to BNS Signs, proudly family owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. All right, Troy, give us a comments report.
All right. Yes, and Karen's last comment was Troy's going to bring this up to the sheriff tomorrow. For sure. I have nominated you for Deputy of the Month. Could be for the year. Could be for the year.
And that plaque will be signed by an emu.
Yeah, with the emu. All right. 40 cents off a gallon at Circle K for members. I didn't see another gas report. A lot of fun stuff in the comments. Neiman Marcus, no one shops there anymore.
Nope.
Well, obviously that's why they're going
Clearly.
chapter 11. And just a fun day in the comments, guys. Thank you for entertaining me while the story about the airport authority was going on. No more airport authority stories for a month.
I was working.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have a Stordom stat?
Stordom stat today, and I'm going to get to this one because it is so strange. It is Martin Luther King's birthday today. I don't want to bypass that without telling people about that. But this one's the story that I found today, and it is a wild story. 1919, Boston is shocked by a deadly molasses flood.
My kids have a book about this.
All right. It's a fiery hot molasses flood the streets of Boston on January 15th, 1919, killing 21 people and injuring scores of others. The molasses burst from a huge tank at the United States Industrial Alcohol Company building in the heart of the city. The United States Industrial Alcohol building was located in the commercial street near North End Park in Boston. It was closed for lunchtime. Thank goodness it was closed for lunchtime.
Yeah, there were fewer people there.
There were fewer people there, and that's one of the few reasons. And it was unreasonably warm weather as the workers were loading a freight train, and a 58-foot high tank that was filled with gallons of molasses exploded, and it went everywhere.
Have you ever seen
58, that's 6 stories high.
That's insane. Well, that's why it was a flood.
6 stories high worth of molasses.
Yeah.
Have you ever spilt like a bucket of water? Just a small 5-gallon bucket, and how much water that goes everywhere? Everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
58 stories worth of molasses. All right. When I was in college, this may or may not have happened. An RA may or may not have told on me, and I got in trouble with the dean. And I had helped this RA the week before because at Flagler, you weren't allowed to bring girls into your room. And my room was off of a balcony where we could bring girls through my room and to the other
So
people.
you had trafficked a woman.
So I
through
had
your
helped him get his girlfriend in the week before. And then he ratted me out. He wrote me up. So this may or may not have happened. I mean, 87. It's beyond
Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations.
We do have a police officer in the comments, but
Yeah. It's Tommy. You were in.
Look the other way.
You're probably in elementary school. We're just. But a gallon, a trash can filled with water. Is a lot more water than you think going into a room. So I
Yes.
knocked on the door. I'd leaned someone
allegedly.
had leaned this up against the door.
So it's full and it's now leaning.
And then once the weight started, he couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
And it went everywhere. So I was asked to leave.
The campus?
Campus, yeah. I only got to stay one semester on campus. And the final one was Dr. Proctor caught me playing golf in the hallway. That one I couldn't deny. They couldn't prove the first one,
Yeah.
but yeah. Yeah, the
Shooting
second
golf balls towards the Tiffany windows is a little problematic.
I was chipping down the hall. I was doing okay. I didn't break anything, I don't think. I was asked to leave.
I imagine.
I moved.
Still a student?
Yeah, I was able to keep my scholarship and stayed as a baseball player.
In order to keep your scholarship, you have to not live here
I had to
anymore.
move off campus. I was asked to move off campus. Yeah.
Big farmer immunity doesn't extend to dorm rooms.
Dean White and I became pretty good friends. I was like, I was planning on that anyway, Dean. It wasn't really a place for me.
Yeah. So there's a series of books called I Survived. And they tell the story of, traumatic events that people may or may not have survived. And my kids have the Molasses Flood I Survived book. So they told me about that because I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Molasses.
That's a lot.
Yeah. 21 people died, though.
I know, because it went really far, because
Yeah.
it's a lot of molasses, and people were stuck in it, and like it's people can drown in water, and water is a lot less viscous than molasses.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's outside of Deputy Tommy's jurisdiction. So thanks, Bobby, for that. I was. Well, it wasn't me. It was somebody.
Somebody.
Somebody did this.
Allegedly.
So, and
Maybe.
yeah. So we need to get Tommy on and get Liberty to be a sponsor. So,
Are you hungry for real Southern barbecue? Head over to Sonny's Barbecue, located at 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine. Start off right with crowd favorites like barbecue pork egg rolls, smoked wings, or their crispy corn nuggets. Then dig into the mouth-watering St. Louis ribs, or try one of the Pitmaster's picks with all the classic sides, including their famous garlic bread. And don't forget to wash it all down with their signature sweet tea. Sonny's, local Pitmasters since 1968. No waves yet. Plugs.
oh man, that's so good. That might be on the menu tonight. Could do some baby back ribs and crush them, and fried okra. All right, plugs. Speaking of food, I haven't had breakfast yet. You can tell. Chowder Fest is this Sunday at 12:30 to 4:30 at the Mission Grounds for CPS. A lot of local restaurants are going to be there. It's always a fun time, and it's to help out the children of CPS.
It's for the children. Do we have plugs, boys?
I don't. Blake,
Let me get up.
he's getting up.
All right, let me scooch over here.
Aiden and I are like plugless.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So once again, I'll be down in Daytona next weekend. Actually, I'll be down in Daytona this weekend for the first test of the Roar before the 24th, and then I'll be fully down there for next weekend for the Rolex 24 weekend. If you like to help support any of our programming at Now for Now, or you want to bring your podcast to you, if you want to bring your podcast to our studio, you can always contact me at blake9fornow@gmail.com.
Great read.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Bobby, we'll bring the emu in if you do the cleanup. So
Our studio's going down, dude. Don't forget
we'll
to
be in
like.
Studio B that day.
Can we do it on report?
Yeah.
Like on location?
On location.
Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and Rumble. We got Bollocks tonight. Bye, guys.